Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're going to be doing more video editing this time. And we're currently adding, let's see what our note is here from last time. Find clip of starting the second playthrough. Oh, that's right, because we added last time this clip of the crash. You're bothering him while he sleeps so you don't wake him up. It was really... Oh, no, this was the clip of Smaug. And where was the crash clip? Big on collecting stuff. Oh, okay. We want to put this like that so it's readable as a B-roll clip. Point where we got to Smaug's cave, the game... It was really well done. Uh-oh.
Please, fire! Murder!
Of course, if you watched our live playthrough of the Hobbit game, we had a particular quirk where right around the point where we got to Smaug's cave, the game crashed. Okay, so yeah, memory card, error, data may be corrupt. So that's the problem we're dealing with here. Delete this. Unfortunately. There goes the Hobbit. So at that point, I was enjoying the game so much I didn't really mind. I just went back and on stream, we played the whole, whatever, 6 to 8 hours again. I'm also going to put in a clip here where I believe there's a point. There goes the Hobbit. This is I did the math. There goes the Hobbit. This was I did the math. It was something like 17 hours of gameplay. But, you know, we haven't had this problem yet. You know. Again, I did the math. Hours again. I did the math. It was something like hours again. I did the math. It was something like 17 hours of gameplay. Hours of gameplay. So take this. 17 hours of gameplay. On stream, basically did like a double playthrough. Basically did on stream basically did like a double playthrough of the opening of the Hobbit. Ended up getting even more secrets, finding even more story things, like finding extra. Find clip of starting the second playthrough. Point. I don't know if we need that of starting the second playthrough, but let's give it a shot. We haven't had the. Enjoy looking at support. You know, we haven't had this problem yet, so happy about that, I guess. You gotta think of the amount of times that it didn't happen, not the fact that it happened once. So, let's go back in there. The game's gonna be really loud, because that's the volume level of this game by default is extremely loud. So we're gonna reset the volume levels for everything. We have to kind of like fine tune where we end up with those levels, but we'll get there. Decap, come in, Larkin. Enjoy your Decap, thank you for support. Thanks for watching the show. It's gonna actually for hype for Decap, and get some hype for Decap. Sent over this copy of the Hobbit game to be played on stream in general. So I'm gonna hype in this chat for our Decap boss man. We can get part of it. Now, let's change our settings before we go into the thing here. Okay, create new save data. Yes. We should probably copy our save data. Just to back it up every time. Something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do this not on the layout of the game because it'll be too loud. The layout's made to be pretty loud. Alright, so we're gonna do it like this. I think this is pretty close to what it was. Right, so what game's coming there? There we go. And here we go.
In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. Bilbo Baggins was a respected hobbit. He lived a comfortable life.
Let's see if we can put this clip in here. We're gonna mark this video game from 2003. So first of all, big shout out to damn, how long is this clip?
In a
Oh, you know what'll be good is if we use this as the background.
In a hole in the ground.
Yeah, that'll be good.
In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. Bilbo Baggins was a respected hobbit. He lived a comfortable life and never had any adventures.
So first of all, big shout out to Decaf Bossman who sent over the copy of the Hobbit game. I am a big Tolkien fan, so I really enjoyed playing through this one. The story behind this, it's not based on Peter Jackson's The Hobbit. It's not based on the 1970s Rankin Bass cartoon of The Hobbit. Sierra, I guess, had the rights to the Tolkien Estates works. So not to the movie licensing, which Warner Brothers had, but rather they had the actual book licensing. So they went ahead and made their own adaptation of The Hobbit. The game is kind of fit into the mold of a late 90s, early 2000s platformer. You don't really think about Bilbo doing that much jumping, but it works pretty well in this one, especially the fact that they incorporate his signature walking stick into the jumping. You can do like a large jump while using the walking stick. It feels really good. It actually does feel really authentic to his character. They actually do expand on the storyline in a few key ways. But one of the things that I thought was really... Okay, what we're gonna do is... playing through this one. The story behind this, it's not based on... We're gonna move this to here. So, they actually do... So I really enjoyed playing through this one. They actually do expand on the storyline in a few authentic to his character. I am a big Tolkien fan. Yeah, because this makes more sense by saying, like, I'm a big Tolkien fan, I appreciate what they did with the game. They actually do expand on his character, so that makes more sense. And I'm saying, first of all, thanks to Decaf, but it still makes sense because this is the part where we're going to truly start talking about. The other thing is more of like an intro, so that would take place like before the first of all.
A comfortable life and never had any adventures.
The story behind this, it's not based on Peter. It's not based on Peter Jackson's The Hobbit. It's not based on the 1970s Rankin Bass cartoon of The Hobbit. Behind this, it's not based on Peter Jackson's The Hobbit. It's not based on the 1970s Rankin Bass cartoon of The Hobbit. Sierra, I guess, had the rights to the Tolkien Estates works. So, okay, good. Yeah, I think this is a good thing. This is going to be where the title lives.
In a hole in the ground.
So maybe we'll move these like here.
In a hole in the In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit.
So you don't wake him up? That was really... Oh, right. So what we're looking for now is after this.
We begin the quest of the mountain. We will win back our ancient kingdom under the mountain.
Damn, there's a lot of good clips that we can use from this. It's kind of that screen. I am a big Tolkien fan, so I really enjoyed playing through this one. They actually do enjoyed playing through this one. They actually do expand on the storyline in a few. That's a cool shot.
Revenge on the cursed
That's a pretty dynamic shot right there.
King Thorin, you need a burglar to steal into Lonely Mountain. Here he is.
Game from 2003. This was from Sierra Entertainment.
Any adventures?
Into the jumping. You can do like a large jump line, and if you actually choose to start the story, you're actually in Hobbit. I really enjoyed their interpretation of was Gollum's cave. Enjoyed their the game. It's kind of that screenwriting thing of like make the first opening of the movie, the first 10 pages, the most exciting part of the movie, so people want to keep watching. They definitely get in there with the biggest moment of the Hobbit, and I thought that was a really good choice. Going forward from that, you're actually in Hobbiton, and what I love about this is it's a pretty sprawling, open. A lot of really cool sequences within it. Going further down the line, you of course end up in Smaug's cave, and that is out with a certain amount of health pips at the beginning of the game, and then you're collecting these diamonds all along the. The implications for the storyline I thought were really smart. Like as an adaptational concept, Bilbo, starting out in the Shire, doesn't have a lot of courage. That's the point of the Hobbit story. And as he goes, that's the point of the Hobbit story. And as he, you got to kind of imagine if the screen was filled with these clips, you know, like that, because I'm not going to crop it for every single clip when we're still editing because we might move them around or delete them. Point of the Hobbit story. And as he goes further along in the story, as he does more So I'm not going to skip any cutscenes when we do this. I was thinking about if I should speedrun it over there, but if we did that, then we wouldn't have any health upgrades of what we had many in our first attempt. And if I skip the cutscenes, then anybody who wasn't here for the first ones is just going to not be able to. I think it's less fun if you don't see them. It's not like this game has that many cutscenes that we shouldn't appreciate the story and take our time through it again. So we're going to keep going.
Where am I? Goblins attacking men and elves. What's this? Well, Baggins, you've drank your way into this. You'll have to drink your way out.
This game has that many cutscenes that we shouldn't appreciate the story and take our time through it again. So we're going to keep going.
Goblins attacking men and elves. What's this? Well, Baggins, you've dreamt your way into this. You'll have to dream your way out.
It's a cool opening sequence. All right, let's add this. We're really all over the place here. Let's put the red marker. The first 10 pages, the most start the story in a flash forward. Bilbo's dreaming about what might happen during the opening cutscene when he meets the dwarves. The first playable sequence is actually the Battle of the Five Armies. So you get into the game. It's kind of that screenwriting thing of like make the first opening of the movie. Actually do expand on the storyline in a few key ways. One of the things that I thought was really great, the opening sequence, you know, they actually choose to start the story in a flash forward. Bilbo's dreaming about what might happen during the opening cutscene when he meets the dwarves. The first playable sequence is actually the Battle of the Five Armies. So you get into the game. It's kind of that screenwriting thing of like make playable sequence is actually the Battle of the Five Armies. Okay, good. The Five Armies.
Where am I?
And then we should put in the clip of him fainting, I guess.
Excitable little fellow, but fierce as a dragon in a pinch.
We probably don't actually need... We can just cut it here. We don't need to show that whole other part. First playable sequence is actually the Battle of the Five Armies. Not necessarily like that, though.
Excitable little fellow.
So we'll put it like that, then like that. Then like that. Bilbo's dreaming about what might happen during the opening cutscene when he meets the dwarves. The first playable sequence is actually the Battle of the Five Armies. And then we'll just have it fade in from whatever color this is. Let's make a matte. It won't necessarily be exactly the same. This is like the black that the game itself has. Yeah, it's about the, actually that's exactly the same color, basically. It looks like this fade starts here, which is how many frames? 22 frames. So we'll just make this last for 22 frames in the other direction then. Oops, don't clear all markers. We want to clear in and out. And now we'll just do our keyframes. Actually, let's move this by 1. The Five Armies. Yeah, that'll work.
Where am I? Goblins attacking men and elves. What's this? Well, Baggins, you've dreamt your way into this. You'll have to dream your way out.
So you get into the game. You get into the game. It's kind of that.
Way out.
It's kind of that screenwriting thing of like make the first.
Out.
It's kind of that screenwriting. It's kind of that.
Way out.
It's kind of that screenwriting.
Out.
It's kind of that screenwriting thing of like make the first.
Your way out.
All right, so then I don't know. We'll put more clips over here. All right, we're definitely adding a lot of content in here. The video is kind of ballooning back outwards again, and then once we overcorrect with like so many B-roll shots, then we start pruning. A lot of times also the B-roll shots explain the game better than I could have. So like clips that have voiceover and stuff from the game might end up replacing entire segments where I do the explaining myself. So it could actually, ironically, adding more B-roll shots can then make the game short, or the video shorter. So we'll see what happens with that. Guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you everybody for joining. Now, if you want to find the YouTube channel where these videos get posted, I'm going to post a link to it in the chat here. It's called Voice of Nick Vlogs. It's a secondary YouTube channel I created where all the video content that we edit live on our streams actually gets posted in their final finished forms. So give that a subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done so already. We've already edited 6 entire episodes live on our shows, which are posted on that channel right now. You can search Voice of Nick Vlogs on YouTube, or you can just click the link in Twitch chat or on the Twitch front page of my channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching the show, and bye-bye.